Offensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Crazy.
They'll throw with May. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Crazy. Hey, what's up? 5. Crazy.
Looking to throw. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Crazy.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4.
Commanders 25. Chargers.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Gain of 15
Give him
yards.
15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line. Set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 45.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here, Herbert. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd.
Again, it'll be counted. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Orange.
Here's Herbert. And it's caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Washington Commanders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Delta. Stop. Let's go.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Chargers.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Home trips right. 59. Hey, Kappa. Ready.
Pistol here for Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
380. 5-9.
Herbert. That'll be caught. It's Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. We'll get this to about midfield. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
He was taken down.
This is 3rd and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Hey, go Baylor Tiger. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set. Go.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Ram.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Set. Baylor tight. Captain. Let's go. Delta, set.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A gain of 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Set. 380. You're out. Ready.
Dowdle is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Commanders 0.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. To return is Naheem Hines. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, sir. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
First play, and May goes to the air. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time.
2nd and 10.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, sir. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
From out of the gun, here's May. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, what's that? 5.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
George Kittle. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Washington.
Throw again is May. A short one there, caught by Kittle. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
George Kittle.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. May to the air once more. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
1st and goal.
They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll get this to Kyron Williams. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that?
Here's a designed run. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
A gain of a yard.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of 1st down.
That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
12. Lion. Set.
Now Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 15 yards.
Hey, Ram.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Home trips right. Go.
Herbert now on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Set.
Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Hey, go Lion.
Here's Herbert. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Down the sideline. Mark Andrews. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 80 yards. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the back makes the play.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
23 yards.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
85, George Kittle.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Crazy.
May to throw again. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. A big play there for Washington. 31 yards. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal.
Crazy.
Here's May again. Flush to his right. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Crazy. Hey, Angel. Crazy.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So now then, first and goal from the 1. It's the quarterback with a sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Commanders 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll begin here on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 15 yards. Now the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
right
line.
Back to him on first down. And he will score! Touchdown, LA. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Commanders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing now is Meg. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown Washington. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. Grenading. Grenade. Ready.
The drive will start on the ground. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Ball carrier out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Set. Grenading. Grenade. Hold the troops right. Ready.
Pistol here for Herbert. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. And the Chargers have the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Herbert. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's
a big play at a critical juncture in this game. 32 yards. Now a give up the middle. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle.
22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Herbert to
It's
throw.
2nd and 8.
Pass taken in by Dowdle. And the left firstling ball is down inside the 10-yard line.
Chargers.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Aubrey's kick is good, and the Chargers going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. On 2nd down, it's May. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the 1st down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one. 3rd down and 3.
3rd down.
Crazy.
May gonna look to throw. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's gonna have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Crazy.
From out of the gun, here's May. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Crazy.
Working out of the gun, it's May. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one complete to Pierce. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. That's taken in. And he is going to have a Commander's 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st down, Washington.
Crazy.
Throw again is May. Open man downfield is Kittle. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
23 yards. And the Washington 1st down.
May to the air once more. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard.
At the Chargers' 6-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Crazy. 5. Motion, check.
To throw is May. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
The 2-point attempt is good. That keeps the score. Chargers 24.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's coming. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
Down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
5-9. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Let's go. Let's go. 21. Baylor Tiger. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And into the end zone. What a response. Devontae Adams. Touchdown Chargers.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Catch made, that's Pittman. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
First down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 13.
May to throw again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Go.
On 1st down, the drive begins with Connor. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
And the Chargers.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And they'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
380. Delta, stop. Move, whip. Whip. Let's go.
Here's Connor now, running to start this 4th quarter. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 16 yards, pick up on that one. First down, L.A.
First down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
380. Hey, go line. Go. Ready.
They'll go again here to Connor. Has some room inside the 30. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
27 more yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
First down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
80. Hey, Catholic, 59. Baylor Tigers. Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
380. Hey, Ray. Delta, stop. Set.
Power run inside. Here's Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
Go. Tip.
They'll go right back to Connor. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on third down.
That's another
So,
Chargers
2 minutes to play here in the second half.
first down and goal.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Let's go, Chargers.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
Set.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Justin Herbert. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but It's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for two.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Let's go. Go.
To throw, it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Ashton Doolin now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Crazy. Here goes tonight. Hey, what's up? 5. Crazy.
To throw on first down is May. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Xavier Thomas getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now May. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. Now it's going to be third down. Throwing now is May. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller.
May's pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. Delta, set.
They'll run it on first down with Connor. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
28-yard line.
Delta, set. What is it?
Running here is Connor. And a good run
James
there.
Conner
Going to get
on
him
the
5
carry.
yards.
He was brought
The
down
Commanders
by
will signal
Jaquan
for the first
Brisker.
of their timeouts.
It's a gain
At
of
the
5.
stoppage with just
Brings
over
up
50
second
seconds to
and
go
5
in this
at
one.
the 23-yard line.
Set. Ready. Right. Set.
On the give. This is Connor. And he's going to get belted at the end, but he keeps possession of the football. Setting up
17
first
yards.
and goal.
And the Chargers.
Now a timeout here
first
by
down.
Washington. That is their second.
First and goal
Clock
at the
stops,
6-yard
46
line.
seconds to go.
Set. Delta, set. Go. 21, 5-9. Ready.
Pistol here for Herbert. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Aubrey now for the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point. onto this big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Made out on first and 10. That's over the middle to Kittle. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Washington.
Crazy.
On first and 10, here's May. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
Complete to number 8.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout.
46 yards
Clock
on
will
the
stop
play.
with 18 seconds
First
remaining.
down, Washington.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10.
Crazy. Crazy. 5.
Here's May. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Down and 10.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. And it's probably a touchdown.
Hey, what's that? Crazy. 5.
Here's May again. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work to separate the man from the football. And it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Crazy. 5.
Throwing on third down is May. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller.
May's pass. Intercepted.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
Lion.
So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.